In this video, we want to focus on the two stellar periods during Lionel Messi's unparalleled career that really makes him stand out from everyone else, Cristiano Ronaldo included. Needless to say, Messi has been nothing short of phenomenal throughout his career, but these are the two periods where Messi was in the so-called prime of his career, where he was truly in the zone, working in great sync with his teammates, and was literally unstoppable no matter what the opposition threw in his way. In the first of those two periods, he set a record that will probably never be broken. You're probably already aware of this record, but what you do not know is how incredible this record is and how crazy of a scoring pace you need to be for the entire year to amass the goal total he did. And in the other instance, he teamed up with two of his famous attacking mates to put up goal production numbers that set new records and are simply mind-boggling. These figures I don't think will be broken for a while either. Messi during these two seasons was not so much about the numbers he put up himself, which by the way was still very impressive, it was more about what he accomplished with these other two guys. I've yet to see any three-player combo do what these three guys did during their time together. But the really incredible thing about Messi is that he made these absurd scoring records seem normal and commonplace. The purpose of this video is to convince you, if you haven't been already, that the player and these records are anything but normal. But before we get started, if you like this sort of football-related content and would like to see more of them, please hit those like and subscribe buttons and leave a comment below. Also, if you are a fan of Lionel Messi, make sure to check out another video that I did on some facts and tidbits that you might not know about the Argentine legend. You will find it on my channel's homepage. Check it out after this video if you haven't already seen it. Thank you. Pep Guardiola's appointment as the first-team manager of Barcelona in the summer of 2008 was one of the most important turning points in Messi's career. It was Pep who first began to play Messi regularly more forward and a bit more in the middle of the pitch than in previous seasons. And the Argentine flourished in this new setup, and the sky was the limit for Messi and the club. Barcelona went on to win the first treble ever for a Spanish club that season, and it would prove to be the start of the Barcelona era that would last for a number of years after that. For his efforts, Messi won both the Ballon d'Or and the FIFA World Player of the Year. Try to counteract the Barcelona domination of the prior season. Barca's arch-rivals Real Madrid went on a shopping spree in the summer of 2009, acquiring Cristiano Ronaldo, Kaká, Karim Benzema and Xabi Alonso, and things got even more interesting. That summer also saw striker Samuel Eto'o leave Barca, and he was replaced by another centre-forward in Zlatan Ibrahimovic. But after playing Messi out wide early in the 2009-2010 season, Guardiola put Messi back closer to that centre-forward position after a few months, and the Argentine took off, scoring 34 goals in the league that season. He followed that up with another spectacular season in 2010-2011 by registering 31 goals and helping Barca win their second treble in 3 seasons. Now, for most players, winning multiple league titles and Champions Leagues and having a few 30-goal seasons would suffice for a great career. But this is no ordinary player we're talking about. Messi would go on to better his prior seasons by becoming the first La Liga player ever to score 50 goals in 2011-2012 season, and he would also go on to accomplish something else that will probably never be duplicated during our lifetime. Messi scored an unbelievable 91 goals in 69 matches for both club and national team in the 2012 calendar year. So, what exactly does it mean to score 91 goals in 69 matches? It means you go the entire season scoring about 4 goals for every 3 matches you play. But he didn't just do that for a few weeks or a few months, he did it for the entire year. This record also came amidst the attention Messi was garnering from opponents from already being a great player. Needless to say, he was an established star by then, so he was not just some player that came out of nowhere. In every match Messi played in, the other teams were doing anything and everything to try to stop him, and tailoring their tactics specifically around denying him the ball or the path to goal. And Messi still prevailed. He was literally unstoppable. In scoring 91 goals in 2012, Messi broke a previous record held by German and Bayern Munich legend Gerd Müller, who had scored 85 goals for both club and country in the 1972 calendar year. Now you may be wondering, can anyone come even close to this number? 91 goals is a staggering number, and anyone trying to break this record would have to go on a complete tear for an entire year, stay injury-free, and also have a manager who doesn't rest you occasionally, like some managers do nowadays. The one guy I can think of is Erling Haaland of Manchester City. His scoring rate at Manchester City for both the Premier League and the Champions League has been pretty incredible. But, as I said, he needs to do that throughout the year, stay on the pitch and injury-free, and hope that Guardiola will never rest him and play him as much as possible. He averages about a goal per match played for both Manchester City and his country Norway. His best season thus far for Manchester City has been his first season there, where he had 53 goals in 52 matches, in all competitions in 2022-2023. But if he has any chance of breaking or even getting close to Messi's record, he actually needs to start scoring even more. To start scoring at an even more frequent rate, if that is even possible. That tells you how amazing Messi's record is and how unreachable it might be. Here's the other amazing Messi accomplishment that really epitomized how great and dominant he was in his prime. To begin the 2014-2015 season, Barcelona made two big changes, and they both became catalysts for an excellent two-year run for Messi that would rival his amazing 2012 calendar year as the best period in his career. Barcelona hired Luis Enrique as their new manager, and they also acquired Uruguayan striker Luis Suarez to play together up front with Messi and Brazilian Neymar, who had arrived at the club the previous summer. The trio of Messi, Suarez and Neymar would go on to score a phenomenal 122 goals in all competitions that season, which set a new record for a La Liga team, eclipsing a previous record held by Real Madrid a few seasons earlier. Now, I want you to let that number sink into your brain for a few seconds. That is a pretty lofty number for an entire team to score in a season, never mind just three guys. This Barcelona team in the 2014-2015 season was completely stacked, featuring the trio of Messi, Neymar and Suarez, along with the playmakers Xavi, who would leave Barca at the end of the season, and Iniesta, Ivan Rakitic and Sergi Busquets, as well as the Brazilian right-back Dani Alves, with whom Messi had a great connection and almost a telepathic understanding. You almost wonder how they lost any of the matches they actually did lose, or how they ever gave up any possession to all their opponents. Now, during this period, Messi did not score an absurd number of goals like he did when he netted 91 goals, but he actually became even more of a complete player by making better use of Neymar and Suarez next to him. And those two guys are obviously excellent players in their own right and meshed very well with the Argentine. By not allowing the opponents to focus their attention solely on Messi and diverting the attention away from him and more towards Neymar and Suarez, this actually freed up Messi in a way and made him an even more dangerous player. When all was said and done, the three of them scored 122 goals in all competitions in 2014-2015, and then followed that up by exploding for 131 goals the following year. The 2014-2015 season was a very successful one for the club as well, as Barcelona won its second treble in 7 seasons and became the first European club to repeat as treble winners. Now, I know that this trio of Messi, Neymar and Suarez made an impression, at least on one other club who would try to replicate the lethal combination of those three. That team was Paris Saint-Germain. Later in Messi's career, PSG got him to combine him with Neymar and Kylian Mbappe to try to reproduce that explosiveness. And, although they were good and had some success in their own right, they did not have anywhere near the effectiveness or the dominance of Messi, Neymar and Suarez. Hopefully you get a great idea of just how dominant Messi was during these two periods. I always thought it was so silly when people said prior to 2022 that Messi's career would not be complete without having won the World Cup. We get it that naysayers are always going to be naysayers, but if you look at the way Messi played during the 2012 calendar year and also from 2014 to 2016, you will see that this guy has pretty much done everything that a footballer could possibly do in his career. And he did it in the most unparalleled manner. Messi dominated in ways that few in football ever have. Having said that though, it was a relief to see him hoist the World Cup trophy in Qatar in 2022. His career had become complete and there was nothing truly left for him to prove to anyone, not even the harshest of critics.